Welcome to the Morning Mindset Podcast with me, Craig Skelton. Each day we kick off your morning with positivity, actionable insights, and the motivation you need to conquer the day. Whether you're looking to develop a positive mindset, a habit of persistence, or simply starting your day on the right foot, this podcast is your daily dose of inspirational and practical advice. In today's podcast, it's all about setting boundaries. I know you've heard this word before. We've talked about boundaries a lot on this podcast: personal boundaries, professional boundaries, emotional boundaries. But how often do we really stop and assess whether we're holding ourselves accountable to them? Whether you're self-employed, managing a growing business, the need for clear boundaries is not just a good idea, it's an essential practice for long-term success. Setting boundaries is about defining what is acceptable for you in your life and business and being disciplined to upholding them. It's about creating a space for yourself to thrive without being consumed by the noise, the distractions, or even the well-being demand of others. So let's explore why boundaries are crucial, what happens when you don't set boundaries, and how you can create effective ones starting today. So first off, why do we need boundaries? In both your personal life and your business life, boundaries are a form of self-respect. They signal to others, to yourself, what you value and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. If your self-employed boundaries help you separate your personal time from work time, which is vital when you're the boss. Without them, the lines will blur. You might find yourself working late and answering emails while you're eating your dinner, or letting clients push you into delivering more than what was agreed. It's not just about physical time, it's about mental space too. When you set boundaries, you allow yourself the time and the energy to recharge. You give your brain permission to step away from the work mode and reconnect with other parts in your life. This is crucial for maintaining your creativity, productivity, and most importantly, your well-being. In your business, the boundaries set the tone for your relationships with clients, colleagues, if you have them, employees, if you have them. They create a framework for how you want your business to operate. Without boundaries, you run the risk of overcommitting, under-delivering, burning out, and none of them which will lead to a long-term success. So what happens when we don't set boundaries? Well, the consequences can be damaging and far-reaching. Let's start with personal consequences. If you don't set boundaries for yourself, you'll find yourself feeling overwhelmed. The constant demands of work combined with the pressure to perform can lead to stress, anxiety, and ultimately burnout. You lose sight of things that really matter to you, like spending time with family or taking care of your health or pursuing hobbies that you love doing. You might think that working longer and harder will make you successful, but overextending yourself often results in diminished results. You'll become less efficient, less focused, and less motivated. And eventually, the quality of your work will suffer and your relationships will suffer, both personally and professionally. And in your business, the consequences can be just as severe. Without boundaries, clients may start to take advantage of your time, requesting last minute changes or expecting you to be available around the clock. And this can create a toxic environment when you're constantly chasing other people's priorities instead of focusing on your own. If you have employees or collaborators, like third-party agreements, a lack of boundaries can lead to confusion about responsibilities, deadlines, or expectation. Without clear lines, people do not know what is expected, and that leads to inefficiency, frustration for everybody that's involved. And when boundaries are weak or non-existent, the health of both you and your business is at risk. Now we've covered the consequences, let's talk about setting boundaries and the benefits of setting boundaries. When you get it right, this can really change your personal life and your business too. First of all, you will gain control by setting clear boundaries. You take charge of your time, your energy, and your resources. You get to decide when and where you focus your attention. And this gives you freedom to prioritize what matters most, both in your personal life and in your business too. Boundaries also help create a sense of clarity. When everyone knows where the lines are, whether it's your clients, your team, or even yourself, there's less room for misunderstandings or miscommunications. You'll notice an improvement in the quality of your work, your relationships, and even your mental health. Another key benefit is balance. Boundaries allow you to create a A healthy separation between your work and your personal life. When you have a clear end to your working day, you're able to unwind, recharge, and show up fully for the next day. In business, setting boundaries means you're able to say no to things don't serve your goals, giving you time to focus on the projects and clients that do. Boundaries build respect. By setting and upholding boundaries, you demonstrate self respect, and that respect extends. People start to recognize and appreciate your time. Now, let's talk about how to set these all important boundaries. The first thing to do is define your priorities. What are the things that matter most to you? Is it time with your family? Is it maintaining your physical health through exercise? Once you're clear on these non-negotiables, to set boundaries that protect those areas. Then the next thing to do is communicate clearly. Boundaries only work if you communicate them, whether it's letting clients that you don't take calls after 6 o'clock, or telling the people you work with that weekends are off limits for emails. People can't respect boundaries if they don't know exist. And then the third thing is be consistent. Setting boundaries is only half the battle. The other half is maintaining them. This means being disciplined and holding yourself accountable. If you set a boundary, stick to it, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Over time, consistency will make your boundaries feel like second nature. And the fourth thing is learn to say no. For many of us, saying no is one of the hardest things to do, but learning to say no is essential if you want to protect your time and your energy. You don't have to explain, or just be firm and be kind. And the fifth thing is evaluate and adjust. Boundaries aren't set as your life and your business evolve. Your boundaries might need to change too. Periodically review them to make sure they're still serving you, and adjust if needed. So just to wrap up, setting boundaries is not about shutting people out or being rigid. It's about creating space for what truly matters, protecting your energy and running your business in a way that is aligned with your values. When you set clear boundaries for yourself and for others, you not only increase your productivity but also improve your quality of life too. Remember, boundaries are a form of self-care. They are essential for long-term success, both in life and in business. So today, take some time to reflect on where you need to set or strengthen boundaries in your life and in your business. That's today's episode of the Morning Mindset. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Please review, please share. As always, have an amazing day. Stay motivated, stay focused, stay positive, and run your own race.